everyone, it's Haze, and in today's video we're once again going to do the Miraculous Monday meme review where my friend Hedge finds me the very best memes from across the internet and I react to them. And besties, did you know? Well, as of the day you'd be seeing this, I have 4 days left before I submit my PhD thesis. I am so scared. I'm submitting it on Thursday. Anyway, let's get into this and let's go through them. Whew. I don't know why it makes me so nervous. I've been waiting forever to submit it. I want it to be over. I want to do other things, like sleep. Sleep would be nice. Anyway, let's start the meme review. So the first meme, Noir glanced at Ladybug's lips in this scene, and Marinette did the same thing right before their kiss. That's all I have to say. Have a great day. I shall. I haven't watched it in a while just due to time. Like, at the minute well, my goal before the end of the year was to rewatch all Miraculous in preparation for this timeline video you've all been asking for. I'm still planning on doing it, but the preparation for it didn't go to plan. I managed, just because of the way PhD sometimes gets, I ended up having a whole week off and I was like, oh cool, so I watched all of season 1, I made all the notes for it and I was like, this is going great, this is going wonderful. And then after I managed to do that, it's just been non-stop work. So my plan was like, okay, I'll watch season 2 the week after, then season 3 and season 4. Didn't happen. So I haven't really been able to watch anything new. The only new thing I've watched was recently I was on holiday in France and it was like a coach trip. So I took my tablet and I downloaded some films and the only thing I ended up having time to watch was The Aristocats, which I've never seen before. I really enjoyed it, so that was good. But I haven't had time to rewatch the movie, but I love the shipping in the movie. I haven't changed my mind about the Adrianette though. There definitely needed to be more Adrianettes, but all the Lady Noir, perfect. And the ending of the movie, perfect. I can still hear the screams from the cinema when I went to the premiere echoing in my head. Every time I do see that scene, like that clip online. But yes, oh my god, it was just perfect. So next meme, Ali and Nina get into a relationship in one episode and kissing in the same episode. We don't, well, I mean, yeah, they technically do kiss in Anime, we just don't see it. Okay, fair enough. Felix and Kagami getting into a relationship after 2 episodes and then kissing in the 3rd episode. Meanwhile, Adrian and Marinette taking 127 episodes and 3 specials to the finally kiss. In their defense, they don't get together until several episodes before that. Like, when do they get together officially? End of transmission, I say. So episode 10, this is from Revolution. So 13 episodes, yeah, still along with everyone else, but they both got issues. In the nicest possible way to phrase it. They both got, yeah, a few things going on. So it's understandable, I totally get it. And in their defense, they had the first ever kiss in the show in Dark Cupid, so not that they knew it at the time, it still happened, so I'm gonna give it to them. They have kissed quite a bit. Ephemeral, presumably, Oblivio, Cat Black, you know, happened quite a lot, so I don't mind small, like Jubilation as well, you know, so I don't mind. Next meme. Felix finds that Marinette likes Adrian in his debut episode. Meanwhile, Adrian takes 5 seasons to find out it's just Adrian. He doesn't know his own shoe size. Found out that Gabe is Hawkmoth in his 2nd time appearing in the show. I don't agree with that. I was like, I don't get how he would have found out personally. Meanwhile, Adrian still hasn't, even after more than 100 episodes, which I have major issues with. Found out Adrian's mum in his 3rd time appearing in the show. Meanwhile, Adrian still hasn't, despite living in the same house. Found that Marinette is Ladybug in his 7th appearance in the show. Meanwhile, Adrian still hasn't, despite being her superhero partner. Yeah, I'm pretty right. The first one I'm like totally fine with, like Adrian is completely oblivious to romance and those kind of feelings. Fair enough. Yeah, agree. However, everything with Felix just seems a little bit especially with finding out Hawkmoth's identity. Don't get me wrong, I understand he needed to in order to get us what happened in Strike Back. Okay, I get it. But I just feel like some of the times, like same with Marinette this season as well, finding out who Gabriel was, there's no logical way the characters get there. They just, bam, I found out. Like, there's no mystery to it. And I'm less annoyed about it with Felix. and more so with Marinette because like obviously I've been waiting this whole time for her to find it out. So it's more dissatisfying with her but also him as well. So I'm like, there's no mystery in the show around it. It's just like, bam, this character knows. How or why, I don't know, but they do. You just gotta accept it. So, okay. Alright then. Yeah, the next one about Adrian. I still don't get why Plag hasn't found her. Like, Plag in school went looking for Camembert, ended up in Chloe's bag with like the bracelet or whatever it was around him. You can't tell me he hasn't been curious, especially, it always annoys me. Do you remember in Volpina? It's annoyed me since Volpina. Plag goes into the safe at the start of the episode. The Peacock Miraculous is right there and he's just do not see it. Whereas in Origins, Waze can sense the Butterfly Miraculous being used for the first time in ages from presumably across the city. So Waze can sense that, but Plag right next to a Miraculous is just like, Yeah. I don't know. And I also don't understand the need for Felix to know Ladybug's identity. And before anyone says, oh, but Haze, that's the plot of representation. Yeah, in my opinion, representation should never have existed. I don't, if you are someone who likes representation, why? I don't get it. To me, it is genuinely the worst episode. I'm not exaggerating. It's awful. I do not get it. Anyway, the next meme. I have decided to make Adrian's favourite dish because I want to make all of my son's dreams come true. So Adrian's like, Dad, can I go to school down to the Marinette? Adrian, you are unaggressed. You are too exceptional for Marinette. I order you to give up on this idea. And then Natalie says, didn't you want to make all of your son's dreams come true? And Gabriel's like, okay, fine, you can go. I'm gonna be so interested to see what Natalie is like. What I'm assuming right now, because I don't actually know. So we finally got it confirmed that the lady at the end of the episode of Recreation was Emily, not Emily. So Emily and Gabriel are both dead now. So what I'm assuming has happened is that either Emily and Felix were just there for a pool party because why not? Or Emily and Felix have moved to Paris to help bring up Adrian. Why they didn't demand he move to London instead, I don't know, but I'm very glad he's staying, obviously. We can't really have a show if one of the main characters is in a different country. But so I'm assuming that's what's happened. So they've moved into the mansion, presumably. So it seems like all the gardening stuff that was there at the end of Recreation, that wasn't there previously, is like Emily's influence. She did that, whatever, I don't know. But like, is Natalie staying on as Emily's assistant? It doesn't really seem that Emily has a job from what we know so far. Maybe she does, but if she does have a job, I don't know what it is. But I don't think she's a fashion designer. Is she gonna need an assistant, or is she just keeping Natalie there as like part of the family? I don't know. Like, Natalie and Emily have had like very minimal interaction. I think the most they've interacted was probably in emotion. But like, I don't really think they're best friends. Like, I don't think they dislike each other, but you know, they're not like, oh my god, let's get married. I know a lot of you ship Emily and Natalie. I mean, I think it'd be cute, but I'm wondering what's gonna go on, because we cannot get rid of my girl Natalie. She is like literally the best character in the show. If they do anything to her, I will be inconsolable for about 10 working years. So that's gonna be fun. Next meme. So the Butterfly Miraculous holders can recall each other's Akumas. Yes. Lila sent Time Tower back to when Hawkmoth was alive. Yes. Even if Time Tower had gotten the Miraculouses, Hawkmoth could have just de-akumatized him and stolen them for himself. Lila's plan had a roughly 0% chance of success. We haven't even seen Lila as a main villain yet, and they already made her look stupid. The character's literally had a negative build-up. She'd be more threatening if we knew nothing about her before her debut. I agree. Also, I'm not sure about the, like, why it exists, whether you can recall each other's Akumas. I understand that it needed to be like that in order for the plot of the Reverse Special, although I have many issues with the plot of the Reverse Special, but anyway, I will not talk about that in this video. But yeah, I never thought about it before like that. Interesting. Plus as well, let's say Time Tagger did succeed in getting their Miraculouses and then Gabriel Babes de-akumatized him, got them, used them for his wish. then it would have like completely erased everything Lila was doing anyway. It's a bit of a strange plan now, this person. I've never thought about it like this, but it's a strange plan because was she just hoping Chris was just gonna be super duper quick and like jump back to the time period she's in? I don't know. Yeah, I've never thought about it like this. And Pythagoras 180 is 100% correct. Yeah, I agree. Don't get me wrong, I do like the idea of the time tagger episode, but now the reverse special has given us that information is that any butterfly miraculous holder can do that. I guess a bit like the peacock miraculous holder. Like, it seems that Felix's dad made Felix, but in Gabriel Gress, Gabriel's like, I can snap you, I could do it. So whilst I do think it makes sense, it also does like make Lila look a bit silly. But also at the same time, Gabriel wasn't always the most threatening villain, akumatizing Mr. Ramier far too many times. I don't know. But I do agree with the general sentiment of that. Yeah, even though it definitely wasn't a meme, but I agree. Next one. Oh, this doggy in the daytime he is Moo, just a normal dog with a normal life, but there is something about him that no one knows yet. He has a secret. He's the cutest little doggy superhero. That's adorable. Can't believe this person's dog is called Moo. That's adorable. Oh, next one. Oh god. Okay, so Marinette. The pressure of her role as guardian. Oh yeah, absolutely. Although I'm really hoping things are gonna ease up on her this next season because everyone else has the Miraculous and it's their responsibility to look after it. So I dread to think what will happen when said person loses it. If they do, I would hope they don't, but like it stands to reason one of them will at some point, surely to God. You know what I mean? Like, even like Marinette and Adrian kind of have it. Well, not really lost it exactly, but in the episode Reflect All, which is where they had to do the Miraculous switch, and then in other episodes, is it like Lady Wi-Fi where Cat Noir gets locked in the freezer and his ring just falls right off and he can't find it for a few minutes? Like, it's bound to happen, right? But I'm very excited to see what they all look like. So I'm pretty sure we're getting like new 3D character models for all the characters, which will be fun. But I want to see what they all look like with the deactivated Miraculous on them, especially people like Julica. Like, hers is quite big, and then Kim, his goes like around his head. How would you explain that away? And also, what's Max gonna do? Like, is he just gonna change glasses and wear them all the time? Like, do the Horse Miraculous, like, do they alter to whatever prescription lens you need? Because if I wore the Horse Miraculous, I'd be like, I'm sorry, Kalki, I'm gonna need to get the lenses changed because I cannot see anything. Nothing at all. Like, does that, no? You know what I mean? What other Miraculouses? Mark's is like fairly sizable on the thumb. So is Nathaniel's with like the two massive like hair clips, isn't it? I think those are like the most like intrusive looking ones. I'm trying to think back to what they all look like. I mean, Ivan's gonna have to get a brand new septum piercing, isn't he? So I'll go. But I can't wait to see what they all look like. Just like new outfits as well as the deactivated Miraculous. I'm gonna be so intrigued to see what they all wear. And people keep telling me, like, I think really hoping it was just a placeholder. They just used a random model for that Marinette thing in season 6 we got that thing of. But I hope that's not her outfit because it's ugly. I can't believe people actually like it, and I'm like, if you like that, then you have no fashion sense. Anyway, next meme. It's so cool that I'm the only one with a Miraculous and a Kwame hidden in this very room. Link screen crap from Miraculous season 6. Yes, I remember keep seeing in my comments people commenting like, what's it going to be like in this new school, or is it a Kuma attack and everyone's just gonna run to the toilet, and kind of assuming it's not going to be like that, because I'm assuming right now that Lila, in a different form with a different name with a different wig on or whatever, is also going to be at their school, so she's going to be like, oh, I can sense some emotion, miss, I need to go to the loo, and then 10 minutes later all the other heroes are going to leave from the room to go and sort out what she's done. So it's going to make it very obvious. So whilst I definitely hope there's some school shenanigans, let's say, I definitely think there'll probably be less Akuma attacks during school time, unless there's like a certain event going on. Do you like they do like different things at school? So for example, in Mr. Pigeon, whilst it's technically a school day, they're mostly not at school that day because they're doing the hat competition and stuff like that. So I think it might be a bit more like that, because it's just going to be too suspicious. Like, how are you going to swing it? You're not, everyone's going to know. It's like, where were you? Oh, I got attacked by whatever the Akuma was, or you know, like that. Sometimes he turns to other people, like in Darkblade or like the Miraculous, stuff like that. Like, it's just gonna be too obvious. As hilarious as it would be to see the entire class run out of the room to go transform in the toilets, it's just gonna be too obvious. I'm very intrigued to see how they're gonna handle this. So the final meme of the meme review is the meme reviewer viewer submission meme. So there are instructions on the screen, but basically my Discord server is linked down below. Please join it if you are not already. It's a really fun time. Even if you don't want to submit memes, you can just come and hang out. Even though I'm in the thick of about to submit my PhD, I'm still trying to go on every single night. I am very tired, but we also have a channel for the meme reviewer viewer submissions, so you have to make the meme yourself. It can't be a meme you've just found. You have a separate channel for that, so if you make the meme, and everyone will vote on it, and the most voted one for that week gets put in the meme review. So this week's winner is Sylvie Better Than All Y'all. So tell me something about you. I don't like Claude Noir's design. It's grown on me. I think the biggest thing I don't like about it, I was gonna say the hair, but it's like a mix between the hair and the eyes. If you cover up the face, the outfit needs a desperate injection of colour somewhere. And I am unsure why they picked purple for the eyes, since whilst purple and green can go together, like the kind of like Beetlejuice colours, aren't they? I'm not sure that was the right route there. It just doesn't quite gel well together. And the hair just, I can understand what they were going for, but I don't like, has like a weird mohawk kind of thing going. Yeah, I keep going back and forth about it. I can't remember what I said in my video analysing the outfit. I definitely do prefer the one at the end where he's blonde, like the good version or whatever. Although I definitely think between the good versions of Shadybug and Claw Noir, that Claw Noir's good version design is better than hers, because it keeps a lot of that edge in the outfit, whereas hers just becomes almost like Ladybug's. Like, I really, really wish they'd kept her with the space buns or the Odangos, whatever you want to call them. Really wish they kept her with that, because it gives it a bit more edge that she's still her own person. Yes, of course she's Marinette, but she's a different version of Marinette. She's completely different in many ways. So I'd wish they'd added a bit more edge to the outfit. Obviously not as much edge as Shadybug, but enough to show how much she's been influenced by this other seemingly absolutely horrible world that she has been growing up in, you know? Anyway, besties, that was it for this week's meme review. I'd love to know what your favourite meme was and your thoughts on my thoughts on the memes, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!